Okay, so right now I'm going to go over some really good ways for you to add details to your drawing, some more details to really make it better. So I'm going to go over it, and we're going to be going over using this drawing I did of Vegeta versus Venom right here. So let's pop into it. Okay, so I'm taking this more or less finished drawing, and I'm going to add to it, and I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about ways you can do this with any finished drawing you have. So let's kind of hop into it. Let's go right into Vegeta's hair really quick first. So looking at his hair, there's a lot of opportunity here to put in detail. That's the thing. I'm fishing through some of my drawings, and I'm thinking, okay, in the hair, I can very easily add in other lines of small detail, because what we're doing with detail is that the detail I'm thinking about is secondary detail, right? This tertiary, I mean, detail in general is secondary. Initially, the kind of stuff you're putting in here, right? Like the structure, the overall image is more or less set. But what I'm changing here is I'm adding these other small striations right here. And the reason I'm adding them is because sometimes when the viewer looks at the overall image, that's absolutely fine, but they don't really know it. But subconsciously, these small details we're talking about, like little striations in the hair, things like texture, that stuff adds to the image. It kind of makes it look more complex. And even if somebody is not like an artist, they're going to be like, oh, wow, that person knows what he's doing. Like, and they won't really know why. They'll just be like, oh, yeah, that person knows what he's doing. Like, there's something going on there. There's something, I'm not really sure what it is. But as an artist, it's going to be this stuff. It's going to be these secondary details. A couple of core things about these secondary details. Number one is they're never going to emphasize. They're never going to be such a, how do you say, they're never going to take attention away from the main portions of the image. So for example, if we look down over here, for example, like this whole thing, we are never going to take any attention away from what's happening, right? Him punching him. And by the way, if you like this drawing, let me know. Maybe I can make a print out of it. I was going to maybe take it to digital and color it. So that's something right there. It's never going to take attention away. So that means everything is usually a thin line, right? Like let's go into his body right here, for example. We can kind of add to his kind of contorted body. This is his neck, snapping back right here. That's occurring. And what I could do is maybe put another fold in the neck. So details tend to support the main structures of the drawing. That's something that's really important. Just to say that again, details almost always support. They're supporting characters in your cast, pretty much. They support. See, that's another striation of a line. Over here as well, let's say, I don't know, some part of his throat. I don't know what it would be per se. It'd be somewhere in the sternocleidomastoid area. And everything you do goes into supporting the main characters, right? Which is your structure, your main structure. Another thing, quick thing about details is they tend to reveal more of the drawing than you know. So for example, right here, let's zoom in on his knuckles real fast. Oopsie daisy. So we're gonna zoom in on his knuckles really quick. Sorry, the camera's moving. Vegeta's knuckles right there. There's no information here. There is information, like there's a line right here, right? On the knuckle, over here as well, the other side of the knuckle. I could give the viewer more information by putting another line here. I'm revealing another part of the form. So maybe I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's a little fold over here in the knuckle as well in that area. And I'm thinking, you know what? These two look too similar. So I'm going to change the shape of one or the size of one. Or even connect them, right? But what that's doing is it's revealing right there. Now you know he's got like a little bump here at the end of the knuckle, or the it's just showing you the shape of the edge of his knuckle when you're putting this little line there. As far as thick to thin lines, right? We're gonna talk about that in another video. It's not that wild, but I mean that's a really big thing here. So even right here, I want to show some information. I want to show some tension. So I'm like, let me throw another little line right here, sticking out from his glove, right? His gloves, like he's really scrunching his hand there. Let me zoom in a little bit. He's really scrunching his hand. So I'm thinking, you know what? I really want to make it look like that. So I'm going to show some of the scrunching of the glove right there. Not only does it create tension, it actually tells the viewer, oh yeah, this is a glove, and this is like, you know, now you can see the folds in his hand. Like everything else, you don't want to overdo it. You're just kind of going through, figuring it out as you go along. But it is super important. But you can take any drawing that you have, by the way, and just add to it. Like literally any drawing you have, just take it and add some more of these to it. Like, okay, right here, shoulder, I can add a little line. I can do it almost anywhere. And remember, this is after the fact, right? So I can do this almost anywhere. You just got to think about a couple of things when you do this too. What is the surface, right? So you want to make sure, like for example, like in this area, if I want to put more texture in his vest is kind of smooth, as opposed to his hair, which is more like these, right, thin lines. There's going to be the texture is going to be just different. It's going to look different, and you want to treat it like that as well, if you can, right? This is smooth. This is a little bit more liquidy, I would say, but he's got structure on there, so it's a shoulder. And then you work out problems like this. You're a problem solver, and that's kind of what we are as artists. We are basically solving issues, and the issue mainly is how do you convey what you want to convey to the viewer, who we assume is usually not an artist. And that's kind of the stuff that we go through. But, you know, if you like this little tip, I want to do more of these tip videos, maybe do more of where I'm just talking about, you know, just sitting casually and drawing as well for an hour. But let me know what you want on the channel. I'm going to put a lot more on here. See, I'm throwing these little lines all over the place. But thanks so much. I appreciate it. If you do like this, like I said, let me know. And yeah, I want you to sound off in the comments. I want to be really involved in this channel now. So thanks so much. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget all the stuff in the description. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. A lot of tips and some free stuff as well, some freebies. So check that out. Talk to you later.